Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton's Communications and Marketing Department. And today we're going to look at the performing arts in Hampton and get a preview of the season that's coming up at the American Theater. My guest is the Artistic Director, Jeff Stern. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, always good to talk with you.
You've been on the job a year now. This is exciting.
Yeah. It's been a good, interesting, fascinating year. But I love the area and really enjoy getting a chance to meet all the different artists in the area and introduce some new artists to the community as well through the course of this season.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Now, I forget some of the details, but there's some familiar faces on the schedule, but also some really new folks.
That's absolutely right. And Arlo is coming back. It's his 50th anniversary of the release of Alice's Restaurant.
Dear God, how old does that make me feel? I grew up as a little kid to that album. My mom had it, you know?
Yeah, it is. And so folks who've seen Arlo, he does it about every 10 years. And then he doesn't do the song when he goes on tour. So it's been about a decade since folks in Hampton have seen him do it. And what's coming with him this time is a really interesting multimedia exhibit on stage with him. And as he talks about the whole genesis, he'll really go into a lot more detail and, of course, do the entire full tune as well. So there are folks like that in our season who are coming back that we know and love. Of course, there are things that Hampton Arts has been known for: world music, some dance, interesting, maybe unique or offbeat kind of performances, and those are all represented as well. So it's a full season. It gets underway, late September, early October, and goes right the way through into May, where we end with the incomparable Judy Collins.
Yay! That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season.
So tell us, some of these people may not be as well known. Hit some highlights for me. What should I go see? Lay out my ticket season for me here.
Well, if I were choosing your package for you, right, which by the way, I'm happy to do for everyone.
That's right,
just give a call. I'm happy to choose it for you. Just give me a call. What I love most, and I think the things that are well worth seeing, we have a tribute to Lena Horne coming October 4th. And that's going to be a fascinating show, a multimedia experience based on James Gavin's book about Lena Horne. So the author comes with it, big multimedia show.
Interesting.
Yeah, and a world-class performer performing the songs of Lena Horne. That's going to be a great show. The Eddie Shaw Show, the blues legend just inducted into yet another Blues Hall of Fame, will come and perform with a local group, the Urban Hill Band, right here in Hampton.
Oh, I'm not familiar with them.
They're a terrific group. People know Eddie because of the Fernando Jones Blues Kids and the camp and the kids that are here. William Mo Better Ledbetter, who's now off in his first year of college.
I know.
Of course, was part of the Blues Kids, and Jackie Scott does a terrific job with it. He's really supported the Blues Kids, and we're glad to have him back and keep the blues alive.
That is one of this area should have a pretty strong blues roots. I mean, you don't always see that in the musical performances here, but it goes back a while.
It is true, and Jackie Scott says it better than anybody. The blues really are the genesis of a lot of the music that we're hearing now, but unfortunately, many people have just walked away from it and think it's not for them. It's very relatable now. People are doing interesting things with it, and when you get a guy like Eddie Shaw, one of the great old lions of great blues, you don't want to miss your opportunity to see him, and that'll be in late October. What makes the season so different this time through is we've created a series called the Lighthouse Series, which is about giving local performers an opportunity to perform as well and giving the community more opportunity to help us make the theater successful. So we've launched a movie series, and we'll host a variety show every month, which we've talked about before, called All the Way Live. And a local Philharmonic to us in Hampton, the Hampton Roads Philharmonic, will perform 2 shows for us on the 18th and 19th of October, right in the American Theater, all American music in the American Theater. And
that sounds great.
They're a group who got together about 2 years ago. They're fairly new
so I wondered why I'd never heard of them. So they're relatively new.
They are. There was a real call for music in the area, that type of music. They worked out a deal with Fort Monroe. They're using one of the facilities of Fort Monroe to do their rehearsals. They're now 45 to 50 pieces, boasting band members from Tradoc Band, really, really super talented and professional members. They're now very, very tight. Their shows are terrific. So we're looking forward to having them in. But that's a way that we introduce a good thing to audiences. You hadn't heard of them. I think a lot of people probably haven't as well.
Right.
But they'll do 2 shows for us, and we think it's going to be fantastic. Same with the movie series. I really wasn't going to do a movie series because a lot of times they just don't work in an art center. And right at the last minute, members of the community came to me and said, hey, we'd love to do a movie series. I said, I'll do it. You have to help me choose and help bring people in to enjoy the series. So we've created a series called the Phoebus Film Club. And really, it's born of the community. The community chooses the movies. We've selected movies all the way up to early December, but you still have a chance to help us choose December 18th's movie and the rest of the way through the season. We do about 2 per month. We will have opened with To Kill a Mockingbird. Right.
What a classic.
Then we'll do 20 Feet from Stardom, which won the Academy Award.
Love that.
We're really
but
excited.
I think, again, that's one of those things where even if you've seen it, seeing it on the big screen
well, the
would
music,
make quite a
the
difference.
music is so interesting in that movie, and it's the basis of the movie, the
Yes,
musical talent,
yes.
and following some of those performers who you've seen behind Bruce Springsteen, behind the Rolling Stones, behind some of those. So the interviews are fascinating. Seeing it on a big screen is interesting. We're doing The Sign Painters, the movie, and sign painting is really a lost art. But there are great artists in our community creating world-class sign painting artwork. With that, we've partnered with Prince Inc., right there on Mellon
there
Street.
in Phoebus.
AIGA of Hampton Roads, which is a design and a graphic design community group. And they're coming together, and we're having sign painters come in. Rodney from Red Rocket Signs, Igor from Virginia Beach will come in. They'll do live painting, sign writing during the event. We'll auction off the work. And AIGA of Hampton Roads is putting in our small lecture hall gallery a collection of sign writing artwork that will stay up for an entire month after the screening. And that screening happens October 16th.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You seem to have booked more nights. I mean, you're keeping that theater open and busy, it looks to me like.
Well, it was really an idea born of the community. It is for the community, and we want to give a lot of opportunity there. So we bring in performers, national performers, international performers. We'll have comedian Mark Russell coming in early October. Peter from Peter, Paul and Mary, Peter Yarrow will be in November as well.
And is he doing still folk music?
He is, and he's also gotten really involved, although he'll only touch on it and not do a full show of it. He's gotten really involved in the bullying issue in schools.
Interesting.
It's no surprise how much he loves children.
Such a pacifist.
And yes, and he's really gotten involved. His actually anti-bullying programs have really taken on a life of their own, and he's a very influential voice now in that movement. So he'll come as well, and so we're looking forward to having him. But yeah, we want to make it accessible for everyone. We want to showcase our local talent. We believe there's a lot of local talent. We're working with the venue on 35th Street in Norfolk to develop new theatrical works, which leads us to one of the things I'm most excited about. October 11, 12, during the holiday, right before the Columbus Day holiday weekend, right on that weekend, we'll have Virginia Stage Company in. And many people who follow Virginia Stage, because it's fabulous, and if you haven't looked at their website, you should. Yeah. They'll be doing Taming of the Shrew a very different way in 2015 as part of their regular season. But they're bringing it to us in October to truly workshop the piece and get audience feedback. And we're all about kind of incubating new work, finding new playwrights through the venue in 35th and standing up new work. We do staged readings every month called First Sundays, the first Sunday of every month at 7:30. We stand up a new piece in our lecture hall. People can look at it and comment on it and make the pieces better. And then we bring in groups that we all know and love, like Virginia Stage Company, to really give us a piece that's pretty put together and just needs our advice, a little bit of audience feedback before it goes on to its full production in the big house at the Wells Theater.
So we get to be the sort of off-Broadway audience.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
So a little bit of everything. You can enjoy artists who really are masters at their craft and are bringing you a really great performance. You can get involved in great masters of the craft who need your help in shaping the final product, and you can actually practice your own craft by writing your own scripts and doing your own work. We really want to try to spread it out that way, and that's what a lot of those extra nights are about. They're about diversifying how people can get involved in what we do.
That sounds so much fun. Wow, I can't wait.
Yeah, it is going to be fun.
And then while you're there in Phoebus, we can,
Yes.
visit the Point or Six or Sarah's, make a day of it, hit some of the little antique shops
That's
beforehand.
absolutely right. Griffin's Antiques is a great antique store, and they support the Charles H. Taylor Art Center and what we do as well. There are a lot of fun little areas, and don't forget to hit Fort Monroe if you've never been down there. It's even just a great driving tour. Even if you don't get out and walk it, it's a fascinating location. So things are happening in Phoebus, and I would be remiss if I didn't say on that same weekend when we have Virginia Stage, there's the Great Phoebus Fall Festival, where we are closing the street on that Saturday, and having music and food trucks and fun runs and all kinds of interesting events right on Mellon Street in Phoebus.
Okay, I can't wait. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. Is there anything I've forgotten to ask you that you wanted to throw in?
Yes, the website,
Okay.
HamptonArts.net.
HamptonArts.net. Yes, I've made that typo. And you don't end up at the right place.
You actually do not, right.
So thank you very much. And
Thank
people
you.
can check that and go look at the schedule and the prices
And buy their tickets
directly
online.
buy their tickets
Yeah,
online.
for everything that we offer.
Or to avoid the surcharge, you can show up in person at the box office.
At the box office, you can always give us a call as well.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Robin.
And thank you. I hope to see you at the American Theater this fall. There's a lot going on, and it should be a variety of things for any taste. Thank you.